Good morning students, so welcome back to your chemistry class. So today we are going to discuss about the molecule. So last class we discussed about the what atoms, isn't it? You remember about atom? Atom is the very smallest particle of a substance and something like that we discussed. Now we are going to discuss about the molecule. Did you hear about the molecule? Ever hear about molecule? So let's discuss molecule. What is a molecule? Molecule means an atom means which consisting of only one kind of a particle is known as an atom. Molecule means the molecule which is formed by the combination of two or more atoms through a chemical bond is known as a molecule. That means two or more atoms combined together to form this molecule. Combined together to form the molecule. And this molecule may be molecule of an element or molecule of a compound. So what is molecule? Just imagine if A is an atom. A is an atom, only one kind of particle. And if it combined with the other atom, the same atom A, and which is forming A2. Listen here. One A, another A, combined to A. And this is known as molecule and this is known as atom. That means two or more atoms. Here I wrote only two atoms. The case of two atoms. But if we consider two or more atoms, that means if we consider two or more atoms combined together to form a molecule. Combined together to form a molecule. So we can define molecule as a molecule can be defined as a smallest particle having independent existence and shows all the properties of that particular substance is known as a molecule. So that's we discussed about the molecule. What is molecule? The molecule is a smallest particle and having independent existence shows all the properties of that substance. When you consider a chalk, just imagine a chalk. A chalk is a substance, as in a chalk is a substance. When you consider a molecule, I just took a one molecule of a chalk. That means a molecule is a very smallest particle of the chalk and having independent existence and which shows all the properties which is possessed by this chalk. Chalk in a properties which means they are white in color and they absorb the colored substance over the surface and some peculiar properties may possess. All the properties possessed by this molecule. All the properties possessed by this molecule. So this is known as a molecule. So what is molecule? Molecule can be defined as a smallest particle, shows all the properties of that substance and also having an independent existence. Having independent existence is known as a molecule. Okay. Then this molecule can be termed as molecule of an element or a molecule of a compound. What is molecule of an element or a molecule of a compound? Listen. Molecule of an element. Molecule of an element means in this type the molecules are formed by combination of same type of atoms forms molecule of an element. If you consider oxygen atom, one oxygen atom combines with another oxygen atom and forming O2 molecule. O2 molecule is what? Oxygen molecule. What it is? Oxygen molecule. That means the two atoms which combine to form O2 molecule. Here both are the same atom, isn't it? So this is known as molecule of element. Homo means same. Homo atomic molecule. Homo monoatomic molecule. Just leave it. You just understand this one. Molecule of element. So what is molecule of an element? The molecule of an element, which is formed by the combination of the same type of an element is known as a molecule of an element. If you consider oxygen molecule, two oxygen atoms combine to form O2 molecule, which is known as a oxygen molecule. When you consider chlorine molecule, so two chlorine atoms combine to form chlorine molecule. Two chlorine atoms combine to form chlorine molecule. Okay, when you consider three oxygen atoms, O plus O plus O, giving O3, that is ozone molecule. What it is? Ozone molecule. So three oxygen atoms combined to form O3 molecule, and this O3 molecule is known as a ozone. This is oxygen, chlorine, ozone. So these three examples comes under molecule of an element. What it is? Molecule of an element. So what is molecule of an element? Molecule of an element means and which is formed by the combination of a same type of element. Combination of same type of element is known as a molecule of an element. Okay, then you can find oxygen. How many atoms are there? 2. Chlorine 2. Ozone 3. Okay, 3 atoms are there. The number of atoms constituting a molecule, a molecule present ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആറ്റത്തിന്റെ എണ്ണം. The number of atoms constituting a molecule is known as atomicity. What it is? Atomicity. Atomicity. What it is? Atomicity. So what is atomicity? Number of atoms present in a molecule is known as atomicity. Number of atoms present in a molecule is known as atomicity. Okay? Number of atoms present in a molecule is known as atomicity. So when you consider this one, so keep it in your mind, this atomicity. Helium, argon, xenon തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ള ചില ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പ് 18 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞുള്ള എലമെന്റ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. നിങ്ങൾ just understand all this, and about these elements you will study in your next class. So just understand this one. Helium, neon എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്ന elements, they always in their molecular state act they constituting only one type of element itself. ഒരൊറ്റ atom മാത്രമേ കാണൂ. So the helium molecule, when you write the helium, when you ask to write the helium molecule, what should you write? He only, not He2 is not there. He only. So this is the peculiarity of that particular class of element. Okay, noble gases എന്നാണ് അവരെ പറയുന്നത്. So when you consider the helium, this helium atom and which consisting only one type of atom, so this is known as monoatomic. What it is? Monoatomic. Monoatomic means mono എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ one എന്നാണ് അർത്ഥം. അപ്പം number ഇതിന്റെ helium atom, its atomicity is 1. So we can call it as monoatomic molecule. What it is? Once more, monoatomic molecule. And when you consider O2, just a moment before I wrote over here, two oxygen atom combine to form O2 molecule or oxygen molecule. So when you consider this oxygen molecule, how many atoms are there? 2 atoms. So which is known as diatomic. That means its atomicity is 2. And atomicity എത്രയാണ്? 2. So it is known as diatomic molecule. Diatomic. Hope you understand. So only one atom is present there, which means its atomicity is 1. We can call it as monoatomic. If a molecule which constitute 2 atoms and this is a diatomic and its atomicity is 2. Its atomicity is 2. And when you consider O3 4, 3. How many atoms constitute this molecule? 3 atoms. So if 3 atoms are present there, it is triatomic and its atomicity is triatomic, and so this its atomicity is 3. And then when you consider P4, how many atoms are there? P4 means how many atoms are there? 4 atoms. So its atomicity is 4 and we call it as a tetraatomic. What it is? Tetraatomic. Tetraatomic. So in chemistry, 1 is present mono, 2 is present di, 3 is present tri, 4 is present tetra. Mono subject ne oru padikille 1 2 3 ke ennu parayunna pole chemistry la onne ullenge mono, if 2 di, if 3 tri, if 4 tetra. Once more, 1 mono, 2 di, 3 tri, 4 tetra. If more than 4 atoms, we call it as a polyatomic molecule. Polyatomicity അല്ലെങ്കിൽ polyatomic. ഇതിന്റെ പേര് you don't know, maybe phosphorus. So this is about the atomicity and different types of molecule which possess different atomicity. Okay, understood? So atomicity means the number of atoms present in a molecule is known as atomicity. And they may be monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, tetraatomic, polyatomic. If a molecule which containing only 1 atom, which is monoatomic. If a molecule which containing 2 atoms, and it's diatomic. If a molecule which containing 3 atoms, it is triatomic. If a molecule which containing 4 atoms, it is tetraatomic. So I wrote over here. Understood all of you? Mono, di, tri, tetra, more than 4, poly. So this is about the molecule of an element and atomicity. Now we just move on to the molecule of a compound. But it is molecule of a compound. So molecule is here. Then we are moving to the section molecule of a compound. But it is molecule of a compound. Molecule of a compound. So what is molecule of a compound? Molecule of an element we discussed what it is, and it is formed by the combination of same type of element. Molecule of a compound means it is formed by the combination of 2 or more different elements in a definite proportion. So how this molecule of a compound formed? Thus atoms of different elements joined together in definite proportion to form molecule of compound. You just consider general case note. A, it's an element, plus B, another element, plus C, another element. This മൂന്നും കൂടെ combine ചെയ്ത ABC എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു molecule ഉണ്ടാവുന്നു. When you just imagine, that is known as molecule of a compound. So what is molecule of a compound? The compound formed by the combination of different elements in a definite proportion is known as a molecule of a compound. Atoms of different elements joined together in definite proportion for molecule of a compound. Consider water molecule. Water molecule. So we just consider H2O. How many atoms are there? 2 atoms are there. What are they? Hydrogen. Another one is oxygen. Okay. What is its proportion? As I told you, 2:16. So 1:8. That means this are the 2 multiples of 2. So get multiplied, divided, and get 8. So what is the proportion of mass proportion of this water molecule? 1:8. When you consider ammonia, did you hear about ammonia? No. Yeah. So it is NH3. That is 40:3. H2O is a molecule of compound. NH3 is a molecule of compound. We can call it as a molecule of a compound. Why? Because which is formed by the combination of two or more. And here it is two different elements in a definite proportion. We can call it as a molecule of a compound. Understood all of you? So molecule of element എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്താണ്? ഒരേ type element combine ചെയ്ത് form ചെയ്യുന്ന molecule is known as a molecule of element. Molecule of a compound what it is? Which is formed by the combination of two or more elements in a definite proportion, which is known as molecule of a compound. Okay, so this is about the molecule. What is molecule? Molecule is the smallest particle having independent existence and shows all the properties of that particular substance, which is known as molecule. And molecule may be formed by the combination of same type of element. We can call it as molecule of an element. A molecule can be formed by the combination of two or more different elements in a fixed proportion, which is called as a molecule of a compound. And we also discussed about the atomicity. What it is? Atomicity means it is a number of atoms constituting a molecule is known as atomicity. Okay, so this is all about the molecule and different type of molecule. Next one, we just discuss about a small topic that you have to understand, because the coming topic need the knowledge about this topic. So that's why I just introduce you, just understand about what it is. Ion, I-O-N, not R is not there, I-O-N, ion. What is ion? An element with a charge is known as ion. An element with a charge is known as ion. That means charged species is known as ion. What it is? Charged species is known as ions. Charged species is known as ion. You just consider sodium, that is its symbol is Na and plus. Na plus sodium എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു elementന്റെ symbol what it is Na ആണ്. The next class I will take the symbols of some elements കേട്ടല്ലോ, because it's get reduced by the CBSE, but I think how to take, then only you understood the symbols. The next class. So sodium its symbol is Na and this possesses positive charge. കണ്ടോ? Another one K, it is potassium. It's an element. It can be denoted by using the letter K, possess positive. So an element with a charge is known as ion. If it is a positively charged ion, we can call it as a cation. What it is? Cation. What it is? Cation. What it is? Cation. And if a charged species, when you consider chlorine, Cl minus, Cl minus and NO3 minus, nitrate. Take the next class. NO3 minus. So this negatively charged species, we can call it as a anion. So you just understand what is ion and what is anion and what is cation. What is ion? Charge ullavare ions. If an element possesses positive charge, we call this is cation. If it possesses negative charge, then we can call this is anion. Understood all of you? So this is the case. Okay. Ion you understood? I hope you understand. So we discussed today about molecule, molecule of element, molecule of compound, ion, cation, anion. So all of you read the textbook well and study the topic well, and this is very important, and this is very important for you, and all these terms will be repeated in your 10th, 11th, 12th standard. Okay, so stay safe and stay healthy and happy also. Thank you.